The life of an indie game artist is a tough one. On a shoestring budget, you need to find a way to make your little pixel project stand out in a sea of multi-million dollar games vying for the attention of the gaming community. It's a tough job, and no matter how many bright lights, zany shapes, and pops of colour you add, sometimes it just won't be enough. Well, there are games that decide that the best way to tackle this is by outsourcing the creativity to you, the player. There are some games that allow you to get those creative juices flowing and ask you to bring the world to life with your own brand of artistic flair. Don't believe us? Well, allow me to show you exactly what I'm talking about. Here are some amazing indie games where you are the artist. In at number 1 we have Chicory, A Colourful Tale. First up, we have the game that is probably the most literal example of outsourcing the art direction of a game, as Chicory, A Colourful Tale is a game that acts as a colouring book of sorts, allowing you to paint the entire world as you see fit, meaning that you can create a world in your own image, and when the game's credits roll, your world will look dramatically different to anyone else who has played the same game. Chicory tells a magical tale of a missing artist, and you will need to wield their magical brush and paint colour back into the picnic province, which means using your artistic prowess to solve puzzles, help characters in need, and make the place look awesome as you go. It's a game where you get out what you put in, and let me tell you, the feeling of satisfaction you get when you retread areas you designed hours earlier is something I wish I could bottle up and sell. So if you fancy yourself a bit of a Bob Ross type, give this one a go. In at number 2 we have Concrete Genie. If you like Chicory, then Concrete Genie isn't too far removed from that concept, only this time you'll be using your magical paintbrush to create creatures known as genies. Honestly, where does everyone keep finding these magical paintbrushes? These genies act as your guide and will be able to reveal more and more of Denska, your hometown that was once a gorgeous seaside town but has succumbed to darkness. Your job is to use a series of colourful neon assets and add a surge of colour to the map and rid the world of the negative emotions that have been dragging everyone down. You'll need to do that by platforming, solving puzzles, and avoiding the local bullies who would rather see you fail. It's a PS4 exclusive, as the game makes use of the DualShock 4's motion controls, and they are a little awkward to say the least. However, the game has a wonderful story, allows for creativity in spades, and also has fun platforming, not too unlike Jet Set Radio. So if that floats your boat, then give this little gem a try. In at number 3 we have Passpartout, The Starving Artist. What is art? This philosophical question fuels the next entry, Passpartout, The Starving Artist. In this game you play as a struggling artist, starting with nothing but an easel, some canvases, and a crippling wine and baguette addiction, and your job is to create art that appeals to the locals, allowing you to get your foot in the door of the prestigious French art scene. However, as you slowly make a name for yourself, you'll need to create art that fits the specs of various art critics, and you'll need to wrestle with your own artistic integrity if you want to keep yourself full of bread and wine. The good news is the game allows for all levels of artist, and you don't need to be a Dali or a Picasso to thrive here, but equally, if you are an artistic savant, you can create some really cool things here. So if you want to roleplay as a starving artist, this is the one for you. In at number 4 we have Coffee Talk. Now for something that is a little less on the nose but still allows you to really show off your creative side. Coffee Talk is a visual novel game where you play as a barista who runs a coffee shop that only opens at night. But dumb business decisions aside, it seems like a pretty popular spot with a batch of regulars. These characters will order all manner of drinks, but it's always a little treat when they order a latte, as this means you can get lost in the game's latte art minigame. This is a feature that allows you to add milk to a beverage and create works of art, and if you've ever tried to do this in real life, you'll find that this is just as difficult and requires care and precision to pull off. It's a mode that I got lost in for hours, and if you're a coffee addict like myself, then you'll probably appreciate this one as well. In at number 5 we have Eastshade. Next up we have Eastshade, a game I often describe to people as the Elder Scrolls Oblivion, but just the tranquil moments with no combat. Eastshade is a game where you explore a picturesque and serene landscape, and you'll act as a travelling artist, capturing life around you and using these paintings to fill art galleries, complete quests, and fill commissions for the locals. Through your artwork, you'll be able to get to know characters intimately, uncover the secrets of Eastshade, and you'll get to relax in a jaw-droppingly stunning world that demands that you take a moment to bask in the beauty of it all. It's a relaxing game that will really appeal to any painters or photographers out there, as you need to find the beauty in your surroundings. So if you think you have an eye for that sort of thing, give Eastshade a try. In at number 6 we have the Unfinished Swan. Now for something truly wild. What about a game that begins as a completely white screen and your job is to paint the world to navigate and explore the world that was hiding in plain sight all along? The Unfinished Swan is just that, a game where you have to use your powers to fill in the blanks, solve puzzles, and find a way forward in this bewitching and surreal world you find yourself in. There is a real satisfaction that comes from revealing the world around you and using little clues and pops of colour to get from one puzzle to the next, not to mention the puzzles themselves are wonderfully crafted. It's a terrific concept that I have yet to see replicated in any form, and for that reason alone, you need to try this unique take on the walking simulator. And in at number 7, we have Behind the Frame, the finest scenery. Lastly, we have Behind the Frame, a touching and emotional story of star-crossed lovers that just couldn't quite get the timing right. In this game and the DLC, you play both sides of the story as you play aspiring artists as they try to find their way in the world, and through solving a series of point-and-click puzzles and helping them find the right hues and shades to bring their artwork to life, you'll witness a short and sweet story that will likely have you in tears come the end. The art style of this game is very reminiscent of Studio Ghibli, and the fact that the game allows you to play your part in the creation process makes it all the more captivating. I will warn you, only play this game if you feel emotionally equipped, but if you do, you'll uncover a real gem, I assure you. So there you have it guys, a quick list of some indie games that are tailor-made to bring out the artist in all of us. What did you think of this list? Can you think of any more games that fit this criteria? Let me know in the comments, like and subscribe to help the channel grow, and until next time, I've been Cal, and I'll see you then.